the manual is done and the active Q&A is done, the second candidate will come on the stage, she will do the same, and then we have a combined based manual. So that's what we will follow.
Hello.
So just one more clarification regarding the active Q&A session. So each person may ask only one question, and each question may have only one follow-up, and this will be strictly followed. So not like GDM, wherein we left it open to everyone. So they are not elected yet; they are just here to prove their work. So please take it easy on them. So one question and just one follow-up.
हाँ चालू है माइक डिटेक्ट कर रहा है वो बढ़ा ठीक है ना नहीं ठीक है क्या हुआ प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसको फोन उठाने बोल अरे दूसरे को बोलना सुजीत को बोल सुजीत आ गए
So, hello guys, this is Kevin. I'm standing as a candidate in the upcoming SAC elections. So, I will start with my vision. So, my vision is to foster an academic community where every one of you faces academic challenges with confidence. Together, let's begin a journey towards a brighter future. Now, I will start with my credentials. Currently, I am working part-time at academic section Agora Auditorium as part of Institute's National program where I write G-Script codes to automate the reimbursement process for research scholars. So my second credential is class representative. I did as class representative last January and I am currently doing as class representative. And some of my classmates, they even call me the best CI they have seen so far. And so I am currently doing as internship coordinator in CDC. So as part of that, whenever my batchmates message me that they need to edit their CV, they want to apply to a new company, they want to edit some things that there are mistakes and they want to update their CGPA, I'm always available to them. I always give them edit access as soon as possible. And after, coming to technical side, I'm part of Institute Coding Club as associate. So as part of that, I did C++ and DSS lessons. And I'm also workshop speaker for Petticoat, last Petticoat. And I have also been part of inter-ed contingent last. My main initiative is to launch an app for students. So the main motivation for this is to make things easier and faster for people to solve the issues of academic related concerns as soon as possible. The features of this app include off-campus opportunities. So on campus, they get published in CDC. But off-campus, people have to browse through websites such as LinkedIn, Indeed, and company-related job websites daily and then find them. So this takes a lot of time and they have to do it daily. So instead of that, I'll make a dedicated team which will browse through all these websites and then when they find some good off-campus opportunity, they'll push a notification in that. So every one of you will get a notification just like CD. And the time of you scrolling to different websites will get reduced. And my second agenda is to keep guides. Like as of now in our institute, there is no common platform to share information such as how to prepare for internships, interviews, and competitive exams such as CAT, GATE, GRE, and so on. So unless or until some club conducts a workshop, no one knows about this. So instead of this, I make a dedicated section in lab where we can find all the guides such as how to prepare for NSC interviews and anything that students are interested in to prepare. And the third point is courses. So the current academic repository is not in Indian properly. So I make a interface for the academic repository in which you can search for any course in the institute, and just as you click on the course, you can find course related resources. So I'll just show a demo of that. Yeah, so this is a small implementation that I made. Here you can find the off-campus opportunity. It will be like this. And courses. Here you can search to any course in the institute, and when you click on the course, there will be resources for that course. Plus below the resources, there will be a comment section in which you can find the feedback from the CS to the course. And dates. Yeah, key information such as how to prepare for interviews will be just with a one click you can find anything now. The last section is use. This is my way of contributing to the entire student concept and to increase awareness among students. So, yeah, one more feature that I didn't implement as of now is Q&A section. So, especially in academic council, there will be a lot of contribution questions for the students. So, anyone, when they have a query, they can put it in the Q&A section, and anyone in the institute can answer it, but that should be approved by the academic council, and only then it will be made public. So, this is the app, and career boost. So, when people come to our institute, they might come with different ideas and different explorations, and some might want to start a startup, or some might come to institute to do a job, or some might want to prepare for competitive exams such as UPSC, or some might want to go abroad for higher studies. So whatever the choice the students take for their next career path, I will be there to support them. And IAC. As you all know, this time IAC is not a big success. There were companies, but there was lack of student participation. The reason I noticed this, for cultural council events such as drama, dance events, there will be a lot of promotion with posters kept all over the hostels and promotion in Instagram and WhatsApp. But there is no such promotion for IAC. So for events where people go sit and enjoy, if there is that amount of promotion, then we have to do even more promotion for IAC. Plus, we have to create awareness of how important this is. And plus, if the IAC is a big success, we can invite the same companies for hiring. And initiatives for research scholars. So when I started approaching people, especially the research scholars, they suggested that they get contingency fund of around 20,000 per annum, but there is no clear-cut idea of what can be bought and what can't be bought with this contingency fund. Sometimes when they buy something, they don't get approval, and there is a lot of huge money in around 20,000, and some even lost 1 lakh. So what I will do is I will contact other IITs and NITs and collect a list of the things that are being approved currently and that are being rejected. And with this list, the insurance is, even if our institute don't approve the list to publish to students, we can always use this as a difference against the institute that this item is being approved in so and so IIT, why is it not being approved? This is the insurance. And to increase awareness among the pressures of research scholars about contingency, I am planning to make a student-buddy system in which seniors who are aware of this, how to use contingency, will guide the juniors. The third initiative for research scholars is they have a lot of work in submitting forms for reimbursement. So if it proves beneficial, I will create a new section in the app for research scholars to include everything that they need at one place. And CDC. So one thing that I noticed is recently I organized a boss tech talk. Right after the talk ended, we posted a photo with 80 people who came to the talk and the boss team in LinkedIn. Through that post, 3 to 4 companies contacted us saying that, okay, what came to your institute? What happened? What workshop did they conduct? So through that post, 3 to 4 companies contacted us. If that level of promotion is happening in our institute, then we might attract a lot of companies. So that promotion is not currently being done properly. So if I get elected as I make sure this to form a team which will manage this LinkedIn promotion to promote events happening in our institute such as workshops and projects going on in clubs such as SAC is doing some projects right now, DAC is doing some projects, and Finance Club is doing projects. If we promote these events in LinkedIn, the companies might get attracted towards our institute. So, and one more thing that I noticed is some of my junior batches are not registered in series. That I don't know what happened, but we opened the registration twice for them. But even though many of them don't even have series accounts, this lack of awareness is to cover this lack of awareness. I'll include representatives from my junior batches in CDC team so that they can increase awareness, and when some people are not registered or they need verification, these batch representatives will help them. And so I'm planning to call more companies specifically for which the eligibility is only PG guys, so that they don't need to compete with BTech guys along with, because some PG guys complain that when companies come, they only hire BTech guys. So it is a request from them that bring more companies which are only interested in PG guys. And general academic concerns. I addressed every concern related to academics, such as establishing a robust academic council to increase reach and faster resolution of queries when post-registration or grade sheet related issues. And appointing CRs on time, and in the case when CR dropped the course, I discussed with the professor and with students if there is some voluntary CR. So if not, a random CR will be appointed as soon as possible. And I also address issues such as short classes between open electives and core courses, and including electives which are mostly required by industry and student interests, aligned with student interests. Yeah. And I'm also planning to continue previous initiatives such as integrating academic repository with that, a proper updation of CDC repository. An academic council is a channel which is currently will be integrated with the Q&A section of that. And I promise to publish the accountability status of my initiatives twice, once in the middle of my tenure and once 1 month before the end of my tenure. And I am also planning to collect regular feedback to ensure effective operation of the product.
Hello. So that brings us to the end of the hello. If anyone would like to ask questions, please raise your hand. Okay, very interesting scenes indeed. Okay, then I see two hands. I just get to him first. I'll come over to you.
I had to provide CDC point as well. So I will be the CDC coordinator as well, apart from the activity. And I think you will be the lead of my next year too. So how will you be handling multiple PRs and all the workload along with your CS service?
At this current point of time, my POs are: one is CDC coordinator, CR, associate in ACT, and a project lead in ACT, working in academic section as part of as well. And I'm doing all these POs and still maintaining 9+ CGPA and a calculate. So don't you think if I get elected as a candidate and I have a designated academic council with me, and in CDC I have a designated team, don't you think I can manage some?
You said that you will be choosing representatives from team starts. So how are you planning to select those people on the basis of what? And how will you make sure that there is no biasness and there is transparency in the selection of those people?
So, first thing is, this process will happen via interviews. The first thing that I am looking for in those representation is discipline. So, motivation is like a fire which may burn out anytime. But if they have discipline, then in that case they will have properly even the motivation of joining as a representative is there. And coming to more biases, I am planning to include in the interview panel every people who are experienced, like the previous secretaries or some of the faculty to make sure that there is no biases. And the scores, the interview scores will be sent to them via mail and with the cutoff. Okay. So their interview scores will be sent to them with the cutoff of why they are not selected and they need that. I am not planning to send everyone's score to everyone because some might feel insecure that their score is less than others. So instead of that, I will send them their score plus the cutoff of the people who got selected. So this is what I am planning to do. Any follow-up?
And what did you talk about? How will you make sure that they work properly after getting selected?
Discipline.
Explain. Hello, hi everyone. So, during the workshop itself, we could see that there was no participation, right? And I knew that because I was there connecting the event with you that you had to go room to room and wait our classmates to attend the session. For such important sessions, if they are not taking them seriously and not participating in the way we expect, and how are you making to assure that these people are going to maintain discipline and how are you going to make sure that discipline is happening?
So first thing is I was assigned to organize the talk one day before. Like tomorrow the talk happened at 11:30. I was told to organize the talk today at 9 p.m. So because of that, I need to do what I have to do. The things you told right now. I went room to room, asked them to come. Tomorrow morning I went room to room, woke them up to come to the talk. But this hard work need not be done if I was told that I was going to organize this talk one week before. Then I would have sent posters to people, ask them to increase the awareness. Then they would have 3 days before the talk, I would have sent daily reminders about.
That was not my question. Why is selected?
Check.
You told that you will measure, like, you will go for the discipline, right? How are you going to measure someone's discipline?
So first thing is I will check their how far during the academic journey till now. So I ask them their accomplishments and if they did any work in their previous schooling or during 11th and 12th, I'll check that. And I'm planning to make this interview process a week long, not just a single day. Giving them tasks daily and making sure that they did the task on time and the tasks are successful. So these two things I'm planning to do.
So if it's a continuous interview process, then and you are planning to include faculty as well. Do you think that faculty will be there for the whole meeting?
No, the faculty will be generated to see that there is no bias happening during the process or the process selection.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Anyone has any questions, please feel free to raise your hand. Anyone have any other questions? Okay, if I don't see any hands,
We are looking at those accounts, right? So there are a lot of provisions that institute already providing in many other senses, but people are not using it. So what we are able to promote, like the usability of this app per se, as in most of the students are not using the app, yet it becomes something obsolete again. So what we are able to, give to everyone in everyone's phone, like I don't think we can have better than their phones at least, or more than their phones right now. So what way are you able to do that regard?
So your question is how do I make sure that app is ready for the
Yeah, like over the year, and the students are using it in the sense.
so the user base is maintained, the download and user base.
As in see, active participation in the app is happening, right? Because see, right now we have more, which has a lot of stuff in it, but I don't think even more is there with phones right now. So what are you going to do the same for your app?
Let's keep it among us. Why I choose app for website? So if you go to the part website and go down, here you can find the same Institute Transport Service Times. How many of you know that this exists in the website? Yeah, you see as I told you before, so you know. So this is the difference between an app and a website. Website we don't open the browser and search for it unless we need to fill in some form in the website. But app, it's just take example of city. It sends daily notification to order food and it sends attractive notification like your loved ones want you to make something like that. So if there is an app and it sends a notification of something you need, then only then people will open it. When there is a need, they will open it. People ways and find ways, they means finding off campus opportunity. That is it. And for the first years and second years, they need course resources. That is it.
You want people to install that app and use it. How is that going to happen? Because we let alone don't participate here for events and are expecting them to install an app that we launch.
So when I was campaigning, when I was campaigning and I showed this specific PDF to Tade guys, they asked me to send the link immediately for that because they don't know how to prepare for internships. There is a need for them. So they asked me to immediately send it. So this is already tested. It is working like that. Already happened. And for research scholars, when I told them that in the news section, I publish notifications about conferences that they are interested to attend. They are also interested, okay, it is a nice initiative. I want to go for conferences, but there are no proper events. And if in the news section there are tremendous conferences, they will first should download that.
So, the maintenance task. So there will be a lot of documents that you are getting from the Moodle, your like transport and your things. But even in Moodle, it is not updated on time. Most of the things are not being updated on time. Most of the resources are not up to date. So you will need a lot of manpower. You might do it. I do not say that you as a person will do it. So how will it's not a small thing person to do tasks, to do tasks. How will you ensure that the density of data? How will you make the data separate and how will you make sure that it is running smooth? Whenever it's not just happening, you have to make a change, right? You have to make the app change. How will you do that?
So the summary of the question is how do I make sure the app is maintained properly and up to date?
And factual, like this information factual correctly.
Yeah, factual or
Because just now I checked for the detailed regulations. One in the website is saying it's dated from 2007 is feasible, but it's a old detailed regulation that is in the website. So how do you make sure that we are getting correct one? That's something correct.
not very detailed.
So right now I checked for detailed regulation in the website, IIT Parliament website, and it's the old version. It's nothing mentioned that is changed or something is happening. So that is factually incorrect, right? That document is factually incorrect right now. So how do you make sure that the data in the website is correct? Factually correct also. Things can change, right?
So the data is factual or not in this app, right? So what is, I don't see any scope for any false information in the app apart from this off-campus opportunities and news.
No, it's up to the people who are acting young students.
Yeah, so-
also verification or something else.
So my current plan is anyone in the institute can upload an off-campus opportunity and courses or guides or news. Anyone in the institute can make a request to upload that in the app, but there needs to be approval from the academic council before it is made public in the app.
So will there be dedicated trainings?
Yeah.
Staff will be too much. Maybe it is fully functional as you mentioned. But
Huh.
the traffic will be bigger. So will there be like how will
So I like to thank the previous academic secretary because he got approval for a dedicated academic council with deputies and bachelor representatives. That academic council I am planning to use to maintain this site.
As you have mentioned that you have successfully coordinated internships for your batch, like I have heard few cases where copying was involved. You might be coordinating those exams, right? So that doesn't give a fair chance for the students who are hurt. So how do we tackle these cases? Like these things are not resolved, I guess, in the last time.
So you are saying how do I regulate copying and energy technology?
Yeah, this happened like when you were in the tenure you mentioned successfully coordinated internships. So
I coordinate both. First thing I coordinated both placement and internship.
yeah,
That's what I mentioned in my language story. So last week I guess I went to invigilate the placement exam. I don't remember Strive, I guess the company name. Where I reported a case of copying to the overall coordinator immediately as I noticed.
that was before 2 weeks, sir. I'm asking about the dates last semester.
Yeah, last semester I was not aware of any copy cases that happened.
I was like, we have got another case in open your batch.
Huh.
How come your batch? Like your batch are like that, so you might. Yeah, like it was intended for your batch, right? So you might have known, like.
So you are asking, there is a copy case that happened in our batch internships and I am at home. No. Do you have any proof that there is copy happened? There was a false information and it was sent to the TPU and he revised the facts of the incident and he noticed that there was nothing wrong that happened during that incident and he sent the members back. If there was anything wrong that happened during that incident, they would have went to IDs.
Yeah, you have mentioned that your app is a method through which students can post their questions and answers. And I'm sure the professors also be concerned about the math practice where you use the app to get the assignments and all those things. So we are trying to monitor that.
So, as I told already, anyone can post a question, but it will be made public only after the upload from the academic council. Because the academic council needs to make sure that they didn't use any guidelines in the question.
So how do you try to make that attention because the questions are answered in a reasonable amount of time? because I have to go to the academic council, then question has to get approved by the academic council, and then we can post them. So,
Yeah, the academic council members, students themselves. I don't need to go and ask some institute faculty members to approve.
that would require some amount of time.
Yeah. So I'm planning to take enough members into the academic council, including deputies, representatives from each branch. Right now I'm thinking one from each branch from each level. In my year, there are 4 branches, so there will be 4 people. So I'm counting that approximately 4 into 4, 16 from each side, and 6 MTech branches, 6 into 1, 6 into 2, 12 from MTech side. So there will be enough number of people around here.
We just have time for this one last question from our class teachers. Anyone has a question?
My question is like you already applications for academic, but like if election is voted in the work, will you still be continuing that applications for
Sure.
or like will this
Yeah, if I don't get elected secretary by YSC, if I get elected as secretary, I do it through the council. So YSC is currently doing one app project for all the clubs in the institute. So I'm planning to integrate the features I'm planning into that app if I cannot do it as a secretary.
Hello. Hello. I guess I'm audible to everyone here, right? Okay. I'm Soumya Lakshmi. I'm a third year BTech Computer Science graduate. I'm contesting for the post of General Secretary Academic Affairs in the upcoming SAC elections 2024. So first, I would like to talk about my vision. I want to create a growing academic environment that will facilitate each and every student's need in this college. You know, like there are a lot of people who are struggling with backlogs, who are struggling with course difficulties, but there is very less initiatives towards that side. I want to do something that will help everyone in this institute move forward, march forward, and if anyone is having any problems, I promise to do the required for them, and I'll come to my qualifications at the end. So, initially, my first plan is a study circle. Basically, there are a lot of people who are struggling with course difficulties, who have like very backlogs or lower grades, and there are people like, if there is someone to help me out, I'll improve. But then they don't find some people who could help them apart from the class hours. Okay, so I would try to organize a study circle which will happen each week once. It will happen for 3 hours. Final year students who are basically toppers of the branch will be volunteering, and you can come there. You have any doubts, you can come ask, and you can get it clarified on your assignments, quizzes, and course difficulties also you can come and ask. This will happen for each branch for BTech, and if wanted, this might happen for the MSc also. And one more question that might rise from this is, how will you bring volunteers? I had a talk with Teen Academics and our upcoming Dean students, who's Deepak sir also, regarding this. So what the plan is, to bring out, there are people who are ready to work without incentives also, but I should make everyone from every branch to come forward. So for that, we can give incentives like hoodies and certificates, and I make sure that I'll come with a proper proposal for that to happen. So with this study circle plan can be implemented to the best of my idea. This has already been proposed 2 times in our college, but has not been implemented due to some issues like whoever has backlogs, their list can't be taken out. There are some issues like that. But then this is voluntary. Even if 10 people are ready to come, I am willing to do this plan, because even 10 people clearing without backlogs is still an improvement in this college, is what I feel. One more point is an academic council. So basic point is, an academic council will be formed which will have representatives from each BTech batch, MS, MTech and PhD. So it's basically like people who are close to you know your concerns more, right? I am from some different branch, but then if I am from some different branch, and then people who are close to you know your problems well. And also there is lot of issues coming regarding the issues, students' concerns are not solved to the latest possible. So for that, this academic council will be helping, and a previous academic secretary, Ms. has got this approved in the previous board of students. So basically, previous board of students. So the only formation is pending, and as soon as if I get elected, I will make sure that this academic council is formed in order to cater to the queries of every batch separately, and in order to make the queries in order to make sure that the queries are addressed more easily. And one more point is regarding grade cards. A lot of people have grade card issues. Even in my branch, my batch, there are people whose grade card issues in third sem are not even resolved till now. And then some people's past credits are still showing us fail. This is not to blame anyone, because the academic section also has a lot of work, and when getting multiple requests, they also take a lot of time. So this feature also can be integrated with Moodle. I feel like Moodle is already there in web form and app form. So if there is any new feature that is to be incorporated, that can be incorporated with Moodle app itself, so that it will facilitate for the easier access of every student. So this is something regarding the grade cards. And then NPTEL. Last year, Jasin ma'am circulated a form asking for NPTEL suggestions from CSE branch students. I don't know how many of you are aware of that, but then there is a lot of complaints that NPTEL courses, a lot of NPTEL courses, there is some NPTEL courses like other branches like mechanical, civil, they don't have much NPTEL options. So that is also a concern. So I shall make sure that every department a list is published further. Students can fill in their concerns, the NPTELs they wish to pursue, and those can be approved by the institute. This is to provide equal opportunity and more choice on electives for all of the branches. And one more thing is IAC. A lot of people here don't even know what an IAC is conducted for. This is so true from everyone's point of view. But what is the problem? Is it like the student's problem? I have not had any there has been the previous time IAC participation was very low, as you all know. So the problem is the awareness among students is less. So if you try to increase the awareness among students in the first place and then conduct the IAC, I guess the participation will increase, and we'll also try to incorporate student interests on research topics for the IAC so that people will try to attend IAC in huge numbers also. And coming to placement training and competitive exams thing, as you all know, seniors who have already passed out from our college have a better knowledge on the placements and training thing. This is because they have also crossed the same situation as us. Being from a third gen IIT and having less number of companies coming for placement, they have still managed to get placed in good companies. So if they come and take the sessions, participation from student side also will increase, and you'll get more insights also is what I feel. But one more question is, how do you bring seniors? Will they be ready to come here? If their transportation and stay is sponsored, obviously they'll be ready to come. As of now, we don't have a budget for doing that. I shall try my best to allocate a budget for this purpose to bring seniors who have already been placed to come and take those sessions. Same goes for CAT exams also. Previously, Sayandeep Chowdhury, he has got 100 percentile in CAT exam 2023. So if such people come and take his sessions on how he went through the whole exam process, you will also get more insights. Lot of people still don't know how to go through the CAT process, GATE process, UPSC, everything. Even for research, there are a lot of people who want to pursue research studies but are not taking those options because of the lack of awareness. And even I have been very scared in the past to even apply for companies, even apply for foreign research institutes. But when people get the proper awareness, I feel like everyone can do this. So for that thing, this placement and training session by seniors will help a lot. One more thing is, if you know, the number of competitive exam books in the library is very low. I have talked to the librarian also regarding this, and so it's like the books for competitive exams keep changing every year. But then there are some standard books for CAT, GATE, UPSC which can be brought to the library. I will bring more number of books for competitive exams to the library, and transportation. As of now, our institute does not provide transportation for CAT and GATE exams. But for sports council, how it is allocated is, as a part of their budget, they give money to the bus on that particular day, and that is how the transportation happens to Coimbatore. So, but then the problem is that it is not possible for academics is we don't have a budget. I will try to propose this point and I guess other general secretaries are also proposing the same point is what I guess. They are also trying to allocate an academic transportation for CAT and GATE exams. So if general secretary and if I got elected as academic secretary, if both of us propose, this has a higher chance of getting accepted, and okay. This has a higher chance of getting accepted. And one more. And finally, there are also a lot of people who are struggling with communication during their interviews, if you know. So I had a talk with Sandhya ma'am regarding this. So it's basically like I was asking for classes once in a month. But then she was like, learning this language is a whole developing process. And then once in a month would suffice or not is not known. But the participation is more required. If you are all willing to participate, this is already for the sub-junior years. If our years and the junior years are willing to participate, this can be made available for everyone. The communication classes will obviously help you clear interviews, go outside and talk. English communication is obviously a requirement for every one of you. So that is one point I feel. And off-campus opportunities. Initially, I was very scared to apply for any off-campus opportunity. And with my seniors' guidance, I have managed to get an internship at Microsoft. But then initially the finding those links was very hard for me too. So to facilitate that, Gmail updates, how CDC gives you updates on on-campus opportunities, I will send Gmail updates on off-campus opportunities also to you. Gmail updates has a higher reach towards you than putting it up anywhere else is what I feel. So I'll send Gmail updates. This was already done by a previous academic secretary, Yagnesh. That was done out of his own interest. So putting off-campus opportunities through mail, that will also help you. And awareness for freshers is one last point. Freshers don't have a lot of awareness on how the internship and placement process goes. So at the end of the first year, there will be a mandatory session on how the whole academics and how the whole internship process goes, so that they can plan accordingly to choose or to not choose. So this are all my manifesto points. And currently, I am the CR of my class. Until date, I have performed my job well is what this thing is. Academic repository is not to date. Whatever be it, my class has always asked. I have not been a CR for the past 5 semesters, but my class has always asked me for the notes. I have been the person who has sent notes for everyone. I have the best notes in my classroom. This everyone knows. Everyone knows. I have the best made notes. I will upload my notes for CSE in the repository. I'll make sure electrical also there is someone like this, mechanical also there is someone like this, CE also there is someone like this. I'll upload those notes. So whatever it is, I'll try to do my job to the best, hold up to my promises. And this is my manifesto presentation to all of you.
We shall now open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Anyone with questions?
Any question? Anyone? Oh, yeah.
In reviewing your qualification, I noticed you mentioned experience as a GC coordinator and decoration head. I am trying to understand if this information aligns with your manifesto or if it might be perceived as unnecessary.
Okay, so the point is, how have you managed things? How will you manage things is a question. I have managed the whole decoration for our freshers B22 in like 4 days. We 4 people have organized the whole freshers decoration with whatever budget was available. So that was a point just to tell that I can manage things, and I've also showed that also. And GC, I have brought out girls' participation, and same I will do for bringing out participation for upcoming tech workshops, talks, and any other hiring process that will be going on. I'll try the same to bring up people from my batch or from other batch to participate. And I don't think it's unnecessary, right? It answered, right?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Swam. So regarding the GC qualification you put,
Yeah.
so you had to show commitment to your team by fighting against the injustice that happened to them. You know what the injustices are. So instead, you compromise the situation, you let your team down. How do we know that you will fight for students and you won't compromise with the administration again?
Okay. So that was basically an issue where MSc, MTech people had replaced their some of their players from their contingent itself, but they have put players from the other games into some other games, and I have played the games. So this is an issue. And you know, this is the first time GC is happening in our college. and we are all together trying to promote the sporting environment of our college. All of them are sports persons. So you know how you promote the sportsmanship? Simply going and giving -1 per person per team for all of the teams who have done these things is basically a discouragement to them itself. And one of the MSc Akka, she was actually admitted in hospital the before day. And when you get admitted in hospital, you might not, and she was a team lead also for MSc. You might not always get the time to go inform the officials. Though BTech batches everyone has done, the awareness has been low in MS and MTech. It was the first time that this has been done. A -2 penalty was also given. I don't think that rather than only supporting my team at that point, promoting the sportsmanship of the whole community is what matters, is what I guess. So giving -2 penalty at that point was better.
Hello.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, last time, as you are aware, only a few people attended the ISC. How do you plan to increase attendance this time?
Okay. So that's what I was mentioning, that the awareness among students is one of the major reasons why people are not coming forward. Lot of people, they know that some event is going on, but they don't know why they should be attending the event. I'll first try to increase that awareness among students, tell them why they should be attending the event, and then bring that event so that participation also increases. Any other questions?
So my question is, like, you have added it in your credentials that you were B21 GC coordinator, right? So over there, you did not fill the form voluntarily, as like I got to know from the organizers. You filled the form after someone contacted you. And even after that, there were complaints raised from my batch girls that there were issues regarding that. And coming to the point, you said that you managed to increase girls' participation from our batch. But at some point of time, you forfeited 2 matches in basketball girls, because of which there were many issues in conducting basketball. What do you have to say about this?
So initially me volunteering, I was not initially interested to become the volunteer. But then there was a situation that if there is no girl volunteer, my team will get disqualified. That was why those people approached me, and I also I didn't want my team to get disqualified, so I put up there when every of the other 27 girls were not able to put them forward, I put me forward so that my team doesn't get disqualified. So that answers the question. And coming to your next question, I have tried my best to go talk to all girls. I have talked to them during mess. I have gone and brought out participation. Basketball, the reason for forfeiting is we were completely forcing the same 4 or 5 set of girls to play the matches again and again, because some set of girls, they were like, we are not gonna play. Okay, so I had to force the same set of 5 girls to play all matches again. They also had volleyball matches that day in which they have won the 4th position. So I felt like their interest also has to be respected. And first match was a forfeit, was my decision. Second match forfeit was not in my hands. Second match forfeit was in the other leaders' hands, and it was not communicated to me before.
So what about the complaints raised from my batch girls? Like on the last day also, some people came and told that they gave names to you, but their names are not added into some sport. And the second thing is, like, you are saying that you want to increase participation, but then also only 4 or 5 girls, as you stated, came up to participate in all the events.
4
What
or
about
5
that?
for basketball. 5 for basketball. One was not at all ready to play. I was injured. I had a toe fracture, so I was not able to play.
You told that 4 or 5 set of girls played all the sports.
Volleyball and basketball.
So as you know, here. So as you know, civil students, they study everything except civil topics, and so they study everything except civil, the topics from civil, and that topic also they study from YouTube one day before the exam. So why do you think attendance is mandatory for civil students?
Okay. To come to taking attendance is based. I'm answering your question here. So attendance, it basically depends on whoever the professor is. For most of our CS courses, attendance is not mandatory because the professors feel like you can also learn from your room if you want to learn. But then the Dean Academics is very strict with attendance. That is why the academics policy is followed. And if you want, we can try talking to him and try to bring some changes.
Why only civil have to attend all 85% classes?
Because it depends on the civil faculty.
So what will you do for this? So what will you do for this? Like, what will you do for this? How will you convey the
I'll
professors?
talk to Dean Academics regarding this. I will ask if it can be lowered because they are already studying from their room itself. Can this be lowered to a 75%? I can ask for that.
Hi, Soumya. Yeah, so under your qualifications, you mentioned that you are a decoration head for freshers. You are a decoration head for freshers. So how do you think that qualifies you for the post of Academic Affairs Secretary? I mean, being a decoration head is totally irrelevant.
I already answered the question, I guess. That was the question from there, and I have already answered why it was.
Yeah, fine. So my question is, you already mentioned that the sports council paid for the trip to Shornur.
What?
However,
Bit louder.
so you mentioned that the sports council paid for the trip to Shornur. However, as a member of the sports council and in consultation with Samuel sir, I can assure you that no amount was paid for the trip.
No.
So could you let me know who gave you this information, and don't you think it's
No, previously in a meeting, it was them who were telling like sports. How is the transportation funded for the inter-ID sports then? Could you tell me?
For the train, we pay, but for the trip to Shornur, it's bared by the institute. If you want, you can confirm with Samuel
No,
sir.
you have a separate this thing that is funding you, right? The
Not
sports-
for the trip to the railway station.
No, I have heard this from someone in the sports council itself.
So I would request you to please get the facts corrected before you put it out, because you can confirm with Samuel sir also.
No, that was the reason why it was not. I have asked to someone in the sports this thing itself. So that is why the sports was sponsored.
Okay,
And
may I know who you asked to?
I don't want to reveal them.
So let's move back to the manifesto. I have a question. Like you proposed that study group, right?
Yeah.
And you are saying that you will promote it by bringing hoodies and certificates and all, right? And again, you mentioned that transportation for the seniors to give guides, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to manage that budget, right? As of now, there is no budget, right?
I'm trying my best. I will try my best to allocate a buffer academic budget for this purpose, for this transportation and providing this incentives and hoodies. If I come with a proper plan, this can be incorporated with.
Yeah, but currently it's zero, right? Currently the budget is zero, and now you're bringing too many things, right?
Currently the budget is.
Currently there is no budget for academic. Right?
Currently there is no budget.
Yeah, and you are bringing like hoodies and certificates and
hoodies
transportation.
and certificates would not cost much, and there will be like 5
Then there is
volunteers.
transportation. Like you are bringing 2-3 things, right?
We are bringing.
You are bringing seniors. You are bringing hoodies and certificates, like a lot of things, right? So, isn't it going to be difficult for the budget?
No, the transportation plan as I suggested is also suggested by the General Secretary also. So, and then coming to your study circle thing, incentives and hoodies, already Earn As You Learn, you know, right? Earn As You Learn has a charity that is funding it, but then the funding only goes to people with income less than 1 lakh. But we can, like, when I had a talk with professors regarding that, it can also be modified as to like the people who are receiving the education might be having a salary less than 1 lakh. So with that, we can also try to integrate with Earn As You Learn this the study circle thing is what I feel. So that is one of my plans.
I have one follow-up question about this teams. Like you never mentioned any team, right? And you have brought so many points to do. What about the teams that you are going to do? How are you going to manage teams? Like
academic council, right?
For anything, like a study circle or whatever you are going to do. How are you going to manage teams for it? You're going to manage it alone?
Have you got, okay, I mentioned about one second. I mentioned about the academic council that we formed. So that will be having representatives, BTech one representative, MS1, PhD 3, MTech 2 and MSc 2. MTech 2, so the academic council will be helping me in coordinating with each branch request, and I will be the person who is coordinating all of their the academic council, each of them, whatever they are saying, I will be coordinating theirs, and they will be considered their particular branch system.
So, right. So, in your mail that was sent to all the students, just before you say your closing thing, you have put up a website link, right?
Yeah.
So, two things. While you were campaigning, you have used this as one of your main ideas to promote your candidatureship. But my concern is, why haven't you presented anything about it over here? And secondly, what was your motivation behind creating this website? I mean, sudden interest in creating a website.
So I was not able to present it here because I was already over time for when I was listing my points. But I also selected that tab also. Basically, the website I have created is a page that is it's a manifesto itself. I have created a manifesto in PDF format. But I know that a lot of people won't be ready to open a PDF which is 5 pages. I have also created my manifesto in bits, which is a single image highlighting my key points. And even if people are not if they want to see a more interactive version, then I have created this website just to show that is a portfolio. Web development or app development is a basic skill for any computer science student, is what I feel. I have been learning this from past, and the idea to create a portfolio I had from the email itself when I wanted to showcase my manifesto in a better way to everyone. And there were also memes and then rumors regarding that I have copied this website. App culture is not something that is new to IIT Palakkad. B. Tarun Anna has already created a app for the sports council thing last year. B. Tarun Anna has created this thing as a part of his OLP project, app for the sports council. And then Yagnesh Anna has created a page where you can query something about the academics of IIT Palakkad. Neil Kabra and Parchita have created a website which posts the news that have come previously, like whatever events are going to happen, all those will be posted in those things. All those will be posted in the app. And there was also an app which was like...
Soumya, I'd like to request to keep your answers short so that we can cover a wide range of questions. Thank you. Continue.
Okay. So I just want to say that the app culture is not something new to Palakkad. And what I have created is just my portfolio, not a copy of anyone else's, not an idea that I was inspired from someone else's. It was my idea to my own honesty. To believe or not to believe is up to me.
Wait, so the website you have created have no way in any way helping the academic council. It's just for promoting yourself.
Promoting my manifesto in a more interactive. I had it. Not people are clapping today. You should do something that will work in the long run for the institute. App you have